Mark, you've been to the cinema too, and you've seen a sequel to a reboot of a franchise you love, and it was
Mm.
good, which is the weirdest thing to that sentence doesn't normally work.
Well, the thing is, it's if we hadn't have had Fede Alvarez's 2013, is it a remake? Is it whatever it is of Evil
Reboot.
Dead?
Reboot?
Who knows? Who knows?
Okay.
But if we hadn't have
Re-
had that, this would have been there would have been trepidation, there would have been angst, there would have been all kinds of nerves about it. But we got that now nearly 10 years ago, and it was brilliant. And what Bob Tapper, Sam Raimi, and Bruce Campbell have done wisely is they've turned over this fifth franchise entry to another new director. Apparently, Alvarez was asked to do a sequel, but he never got round to it. He got caught up on Don't Breathe and oh my God, Don't Breathe 2, sadly. So he never got around to do it. So the Raimi brothers and Bob Tapper cast their net far and wide. And 2019 at Sundance, they caught the Hole in the Ground, whatever the Lee Cronin's debut film, which was brilliant, by the way, and said he's the man for us. They turned it over to him, and apparently it was completely hands off. This is a Lee Cronin written film. It's a Lee Cronin jaunt through and through. Wisely, though, it follows the insane ferocity of Alvarez's in terms of its tone and its look and its feel. It wisely leaves the cabin in the woods. We are now in downtown LA, in the least salubrious part of downtown LA, a rundown tenement block. It's borderline. It's being condemned, and in the midst of this is a sort of family reunion. Two sisters are coming together. They've been estranged. One sister has three cute kids. The other sister is a wild child, shall we say. She's a guitar tech. So, very dangerous and crazy. But while they're in the middle of all their good family stuff, there's an earthquake. A crack in the floor underneath the tenement block shows the way to a mysterious bank vault. And in the mysterious bank vault is an even more mysterious package. It is a book made of human flesh, bound in barbed wire and live maggots. So, like you do, one of the teenage kids picks it up and takes it home and starts having a little read. And yes, all hell literally breaks loose from there. So, even though it's shifted location, it's shifted the dynamic of the people that were involved, all the other previous iterations have been friends. Now you've got a family, so that dynamic's different. But other than that, that central tenet, it is classic Evil Dead. It is intense, absolute breakneck ferocity once the demons start coming to play. There is a huge amount of uber violence. And again, like the rest of the franchise, it's all meted out by household objects, small things that you can all go, I can kind of imagine what one of those feels like. I don't now need to imagine what 1,000 of those stuck in my body feels like. And for 3/4 of the film, 2/3 of the film, it is on a par for me with Alvarez's. It is brutal, it is violent, it is gleeful, it is deranged, it is, for want of a better word, fun. It flirts at the end. It tries to do something a little bit different, and it brings in shades of The Thing, shall we say, which almost doesn't work for me. But at least it's doing something a little bit different in that. However, there's some stuff that isn't quite as good as it has been in the past. They tried to do more with the setup. They tried to add more narrative around it. There are bookends that flirt with the idea of flashback and flash forward that just feels unwieldy. And the mythos now around the Necronomicon just it's unnecessary, and it slows the first act down to a point where if you go back and watch any of the other Evil Dead films, even when nothing is happening, Raimi and Alvarez has got you on edge by its ridiculous camera angles and the energy that they put into it. You hit the ground running with those films, and it never lets up. Here, there's a slowish build up to it, and for me, that first act dragged. But when all is said and done, when when it all ends and you're wiping the blood off your face as you're leaving the cinema, it is a gory delight for fans. Probably, if you didn't like Alvarez's 2013 film, you ain't gonna like this. But if you love that, I think there's an awful lot here to like. So yes,
Nice.
groovy, which frankly every
Groovy.
review I've seen written ends like that. So make of that
Very
one.
nice.
I'm nothing if not generic. So yeah.
I understood that it looks amazing. It's chock full of gore, probably the best gore since maybe Terrified 2. But the characters are a little bit lacking. That was my interpretation.
Yeah, possibly. I mean, the cast do well. The lead Deadeye, Alyssa Sutherland, she's an Australian actress who's in Vikings. You get more time with her, and it really pays off because she is a creepy presence all the way throughout. And of course, it ratchets up because she's the mother to the kids. So when when she is spitting out these insane one-liners, she's talking to her kids, and the kids themselves are actually really good. The two elder ones, especially their fates, shall we say, they are really, really good in it. So I think it's a bit unfair to say that the characters aren't that. I think it's more wrapped up in the whole setup and mythos and Cronin's writing rather than anything particular to do with the cast or their characters. But yeah, it's good bloody fun. Bloody good fun. Bloody fun. Oh, and I tell you one thing as well. We will have a fight over who gets to review the 4K disc because the soundtrack on this is a beast. I am telling you. It's going to be a demo disc for sure. So yeah, get it all pre-ordered, kids.
Very nice.